So today we're going to talk about electric cars, I think. When I found out today, obviously you can see I have a Tesla. Many of you have asked that, but yes, I do have a Tesla. I've had one for a couple of years. There's always things I find out new about it. And one of the things was when you're charging it, what to do, which some of you that have electric cars might be interested to hear. Some of you that might be wanting to buy an electric car might be interested to hear. The way to charge this thing, that a lot of the time they tell you to actually put into the navigation to the address where there's a Tesla supercharger, so that it preconditions the engine. And I was like, what does that mean exactly? I wasn't exactly sure what that meant. But then today, when I actually sent it in to be done, I put in the address. I heard the engine or the battery or whatever it was. It was making this interesting sound, and then it stopped just before I actually arrived at the place, and it's supposed to charge it quicker. I thought, oh, that's kind of an interesting choice. Second thing was, I also noticed when you're driving a Tesla, you drive, they say you've got 300 miles or 320 miles on your charge, and yet when you actually are driving more than 60 miles an hour, 65, that goes down. If you drive at 85, 89, 85, 90, which I do fairly often, it goes down much quicker. So you might have 200 miles on the charge, but you actually only get 140 out of it if you're really driving fast. But then I realized it's actually the other way as well, because usually it takes me about 20 miles to get to school, my kids' school in the morning. And this morning I had about 29 miles left on the actual charge. But when I got to the school, because I was only doing at some points, 10, 15 miles an hour because of traffic, or 30 miles an hour, I actually got more mileage out of it. I actually got, I think I ended up with having, I think it was like 13 miles left on the tank. So I actually made about 3 or 4 miles on that. So it's interesting that they don't tell you this, but I did, obviously gas cars, it's a little different, but then it only cost me $20 to charge the entire thing. So instead of 100 and something, which a lot of cars are now getting charged to do. So if you're driving a lot, that does really make a difference. Anyway, I just thought you'd be interested to hear that. You got any stories? I'm sure some of you have electric cars. Do you find any tricks or tips that people might want to hear regarding an electric charge?